All right. I think we're just going to give a few minutes. We're going to start around 12:02. We'll be right with you with our open house.
Chris, I'm realizing you have your name as Anna Moore. I'm not sure if you want to change that.
Well, I think I might have to be Anna Moore today. I don't know. Do you know where to change that at? Let's see.
Your three dots on your video. So if you go to your video screen, there should be three dots at the top right.
Might be on my bottom is where I have it.
Okay.
And then where we're at after that.
When you click on the three dots, it should be the last option on the pop-up window.
Let's see.
If it's not working, no big deal.
Oh, I see it. Rename. There it is. I have changed my name. Show up okay now?
Yep, I was kind of hoping to call you Anna, but
Well,
sorry. I'm slightly disappointed.
All right, guys, we are going to get started. My name is Chris, and I'm a home ownership counselor here in our Olympia branch in Washington State. And I am joined by Justin Keller, my co-host, who's also a home ownership counselor here in our Olympia branch. How you doing today, Justin?
I'm doing great. Thanks for allowing me to participate in this. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple of house cleaning items. Justin, you want to explain how maybe the Q&A might work for us today?
Absolutely, yes. So at the bottom of your screen, you'll see actually two areas where you feel like you might be able to chat with us. The one that says chat, believe it or not, that's the one that's going to be disabled. But the one right next to it on the left, the Q&A, that's what we'll be using for any questions that you may have. And by all means, more questions, the better. We love to be able to provide the information that you guys are looking for. So please bombard us with as many questions as you have. That would be great. Awesome.
Thank you, Justin. And yeah, and as we kind of go through this today, Justin will kind of interrupt me if there's some questions that we need to ask. So no worries there. Just let me know, Justin. But yeah, today we're going to be doing a virtual open house on our Douglas plan. It's one of our 47 plans that we have on our website. And we're specifically going to be talking about our farmhouse Douglas plan. It is 1192. So that's the square footage of it, not including the garage. Garage is included, but that's just living space. And on our website, we have a little bit of cool information. So we'll kind of go into that right now. When you scroll down, once you find the plan that you're looking for, you can kind of click into it. It will show the actual floor plan right on the landing page there, if you just kind of scroll down. And on here, it will just show you how many bedrooms it has, all that fun stuff. And then keep on scrolling down. They'll kind of have some different outside looks. We call them elevations, some classic traditions, and then again, farmhouse. And then if we keep on scrolling down a little bit further, we actually kind of talk a little bit more about kind of the starting prices of each of those outside looks. So classic starts at a certain price, traditions, farmhouse. And you'll notice that we have the pricing, and then right here we have prices for whatever area you're looking to build. So again, I'm in kind of Washington State, South Puget Sound area, so just kind of a little bit south of Seattle. And we can actually sit here and change it for any of our Arizona locations, Idaho, Oregon, or Washington. But again, we're going to be talking about the South Puget Sound, and then specifically these counties here that I build in. So I'll get that clicked on there. Yeah, and then on here, which kind of needs some tools that we have to kind of help maybe understand a little bit about kind of total costs that might be associated with building. So the first thing that we have here is this cost to build. So we already know what our base price is. So if we kind of click on this, it's a little interactive section that then we can kind of dig a little bit further into maybe total project costs, things that are we need to think about in addition to the home. Like, do you already own land, or do you need to maybe purchase some land, and then possibly some upgrades and other things like that. So what's kind of cool is right here, again, this is pricing based off of my location. If I want to click the farmhouse, it shows me the current base price of the farmhouse. And then right here, what our company has done is take the average upgrade cost that we see across all of our floor plans. And so on this particular one, they put 20%. So if you decided to do 20% worth of investment of upgrades, taller ceilings, vaults, maybe some upgraded flooring, that kind of stuff, it kind of has this calculator. But what's cool is if you want to kind of adjust that a little bit, you can definitely do that. Land price, maybe you've been working with a real estate agent or Redfin, Zillow, and you're really interested in kind of plugging those numbers in as well. You can kind of easily do that. Again, just a slider. Average cost around here might be, I don't know, $100,000 for a piece of property. And then right here, there's this add optional contingency. So that's in case there's unexpected costs later on. You just want to have some cushion in your budget. You can add that in and then calculate results. And it'll say total project cost for your home will give you a kind of a ballpark there. And then right here, site development cost, we'll go into that a little bit later, but there's some potential prepping of the land cost that might be in addition. So that's kind of a neat little feature to kind of get a little bit more of total project costs in addition to just the base. But I'll go back. Any questions that we have on that, Justin, so far?
No, not yet.
Okay, perfect. So let me kind of get back. And another neat thing on here on this landing page for all of our homes is we have this other option button that says interactive floor plan. And what's kind of cool is that we present this floor plan with the garage on the left, maybe certain features. But say I want to find out more about some options that might be available, or maybe I want to draw up a couple of modifications that I might want to send over to an Adair HOC. So I click on the button, and right here, you can already see that I have the garage now on the right. Adair offers both versions, same price, starting price, depending on classic traditions farmhouse. But kind of some buttons off on the right side that allow me to kind of modify that a little bit. You have the sizing of the home here. Obviously, when I reversed it, it looks like this number got a little messed up there, but it was a 42. For whatever reason, it just didn't get flipped there. But what's kind of cool is off on the side, there's like these little furniture pieces. And if I wanted to go furniture, click on bedroom, how big is this primary suite? Okay, well, here's a king. And I think I can rotate it, which is kind of cool. So if I think that the king bed fits better there, great. It kind of gives me a better perspective of the size of the room. Nightstands I can add in here. So some cool features to really identify if the spacing is going to be ideal for what you're looking for. Couple other things on here. I think if we hit the notes button, I can pick a color. I prefer red when I make little modifications. But you can, let's see, right here, draw. And I can actually say, hey, what does it look like? Well, I guess it's not red for whatever reason. But if I want to bump out this section of the home and maybe try to convey that to a home ownership counselor, I can easily draw that, and then I can save this. Oh, there's where I can change the color. So here, if I wanted red, just so it stands out a little bit easier, Anyways, I can send this by drawing it, and then I can close it, and then I can print it, save it, send it off to whoever I needed to. But some kind of a cool little interactive features. Right here, also covered patio. Already, there's an enlarged great room, so I didn't really need to draw it. But in this situation, Adair has actually already designed an enlarged great room. And one of the in the video we watched today, the homeowner actually selected this option. So we'll get to see what the enlarged great room looks like. But it's kind of cool. It's a neat little interactive portion on our website that we love for you guys to kind of already do. And when we have our meetings, it's always encouraged to have that with us.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
That was great. And I wanted to get back to a question that we got in regards to site costs, because you touched on that when you went over the cost to build to help us determine our budget. And the question from Linda was actually, where does the permitting cost fall under? So is that included in our pricing? Is that included in site cost? I went ahead and typed out a response to already, but I figured I'd give you the opportunity to maybe touch on that as well.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much for the question. Yeah, so permits, they are not included in our base price or in Adair's pricing. And the reason for that is permits are very unique to where you are building, and even unique to the lot you're building on. And so those costs will have to get figured out during a what we call a feasibility timeframe. So before you actually order the home, Adair Homes will actually come help assist trying to gather all the additional site development numbers. But permits, it has a lot to do with the size of the home, how many bedrooms, again, the county, they all have their different kind of costs associated with permitting. But yeah, that is not included, but that would be part of that site development budget that we would have to figure out on that. And then I guess, Justin, do we want to talk a little bit about site development now or a little bit later?
Yeah, maybe we can touch on it later. I think what you just covered there was good.
Perfect.
But by all means, if anyone else has any other questions around site development or costs associated with it, by all means, please fire away on the questions. We'd love to answer them. Yeah,
absolutely. All right, well, so let's go a little bit now into the virtual open house that we did. So again, this is 1192 Douglas. This just got finished right when we took this video, meaning the actual build itself. There's a little bit of landscaping that will be done shortly, but we just kind of wanted to get out there before all the furniture got moved in. But so this is the farmhouse version, and right off the bat, you may notice, I'll go back to this screen, the farmhouse, it has these, the siding, and it's, they're called board and bat is the siding, and it is more of a vertical siding versus horizontal. And that's normally how we do our fronts. And then the sides of the farmhouse are what, again, lap siding or the horizontal, and same with the back of the home. Well, this homeowner asked us to change it. So we did a modification where they wanted the lap siding or the horizontal siding just on all sides of the home. So that was a modification that was very unique to this customer. They still love the farmhouse kind of aesthetics, the look. They like these, what they call eyebrows on the front. They love this porch. They love the beams on there. They just wanted the different siding. So that was one thing that they changed for us. And then these are cedar posts. So that's something that obviously maybe you want to paint, but they did not on this particular one. I think they're still working on wrapping that stuff up. And then this particular homeowner, as you can instantly see here, the site development on their particular property, they had to install a septic system. So that's what these little things are. So the septic is up front. Sometimes you might be hooking up to sewer, septic, all different types of utilities. But with the farmhouse, you also get an upgraded garage door. It comes with some very specific upgraded farmhouse lights. And then you'll see later a upgraded front entry door. That's all part of the farmhouse pricing. But let's start getting into the video here. All right, so this is going to be we're just walking into the front entry. And so what we're looking at here is a homeowner who upgraded the flooring. They started off with a laminate, which is a very popular first upgrade for our flooring, besides luxury vinyl plank, which would be waterproof. Laminate is not waterproof, so we can't put them in full bathrooms, but they did laminate. They also, we'll see it here in a second, but they upgraded to a vault. So this is standard would be 8-foot ceilings, but with the vault, it really opens up this kind of great room kitchen area. Also, when we're looking here, they decided to upgrade pendant lights. That's going to be these lights that are hanging down here. So that was an option that they decided to go with. They did upgraded cabinets. So they did the dove white, I think is the color, and maybe classic white now. But either way, they upgraded the cabinets. The style, the look of them are actually standard. So it's shaker style, but it was upgraded to be painted. Another upgrade that they did is they did quartz countertops. So we normally start off with a laminate countertop, but they opted to do the quartz. So let's keep on going here. And as you get into this kind of kitchen great room, that vault really just opens up this whole area. Nice and big. And again, this homeowner did the extended great room. So they bumped it out. I think it adds an extra 129 square feet to the 1192. So it kind of just enlarges it a little bit. It does come with this light here, but they did add these additional ceiling lights in the great room just to add additional lighting there. They did with the windows, there's an option to add trim around the windows, but they opted to just kind of keep it drywall, which I think looks great on the farmhouse, but there is no trim around the windows. But there's a option to put trim just on the bottom, an option to do full wrap trim as well. Okay, let's keep on going. And then I don't know, I think in the plans, there was, if you notice, there is an optional fireplace. So we do gas fireplaces kind of as standard. We can do wood burning. There's a whole bunch of fireplaces. But on this wall here is where we would standard put a fireplace if you wanted to option that. Give me 1 second here. Sorry, I was getting a phone call there on my computer. But yeah, so there's an option there to do a fireplace if you're looking to do that in that corner. Then as we kind of come around, you'll really get to see just kind of the spacing for a dining room table, couch, plenty of space for all that on the enlarged great room, which is fantastic. Then we kind of come around here to the kitchen, and you can really start seeing that vault. So right here, we have a pantry with the door on it. Right here is also where we would put a refrigerator. Adair Homes does include a microwave, a range electric stove, and a dishwasher, but we do not include a refrigerator, but we will include the electrical outlet and also a water line for you to hook up for like an ice maker box for that refrigerator. Okay, just kind of coming around here. All right, and any other questions so far, Justin, that you have that you've gotten?
No, I don't have any more questions from anyone here on the call, but I did want to mention though, Chris, I think you and I both get a lot of requests for changing the shape of islands at times. This one here is angled, kind of like an L shape almost. But sometimes we get a request for having more like a rectangle or a square. But just kind of giving an idea that the type of options that you do have with the Adair Homes is that we love to customize. So if you're looking for a different size island, in this particular case, we could definitely do something like that.
Yeah, that's a great point. We definitely get a lot of requests for the rectangle islands, areas for enclosed bar seat. Yep, all those options. That's great. Thank you. And also, this is a little bit more of a close-up, just to kind of see that these are the, again, standard appliances that come with our base pricing. So it's already included. And then this homeowner, when they upgraded the countertops, they did an undermount kitchen sink. If I think there might be a closer shot here coming up. Yep. So right here, it shows chrome. That was something that Adair used to offer, was chrome. We no longer do. So what standard is brushed nickel. So it is a pull-out wand handle, but it is a brushed nickel instead of a chrome. Backsplash. So one thing that this homeowner decided to do is, our standard backsplash is the subway tile. It's just like this, but it's only 2 rows. It's a little hard to see maybe in this video, but about 6 inches tall. So this homeowner decided to do full height. So that means, when we say full height, up to the cabinets. So that was an upgrade that they decided to do, but our standard backsplash that comes with our base price is 2 rows of subway tile about 6 inches tall. And then the sink, it is a single bowl, but you could do double bowl. It's already part of when you do the quartz or granite upgrade. It's already included, either single bowl or double bowl. So you do have an option there. The cabinets, the knobs are what is standard, so little round knobs, but we do have some handle options, upgrades there if you're don't like the knobs or want something different. We actually even have an option if you don't want us to do any knobs. We'll actually deliver all of the cabinets without knobs, no pre-drilled holes. That way you could go through and install your own knobs later on after the build. So that is an option for you. But we'll kind of swing around here. I think there's a few more shots, but right here is, again, is going to be that water line for the refrigerator. You got your outlet there. And also all islands that come with the Adair Homes have, I'm pretty sure all islands, it might be one of our smaller clients that doesn't, but they have outlets on each side of the island. So you'll have plenty of outlets. There's outlets all on the back wall, 2 on either side of the island. So that's always great. You will never be without plugs, but if you want more, you can always ask for us to put more if you wanted to.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, I think you may have touched on this already, but I'm not sure, so I figured I'd bring it up. But in regards to your plumbing fixtures and lighting fixtures, we do have lots of different options as far as style and color. Sometimes we get requests for more like a matte black type color or an oil rub bronze. We have those available in each of our showrooms at all of our locations. So if you wanted to do something different than the brushed nickel, which we include for our standard and our base price, we definitely have that as availability. And then also, as the camera was kind of going around too as well, it just reminded me of another common request that we get, is that sometimes customers like their sinks in the island, which is something we can definitely do as well. So sometimes, I guess, if you're there doing dishes and you want to be more engaging with family who is visiting or whatnot, rather than having your back to them when you're at the sink, it's actually there at the island, which provides them more of an open feel for you. So just another common request and something that we can definitely do for you design wise.
Yeah, exactly. So, a lot of times we'll see a dishwasher and the sink built into the island. Exactly. So it makes it all convenient, but yeah, for entertaining, super easy for us to move that over. So yeah, great point. And also just as I'm looking here, you can see these vents up in the ceiling. So all of our homes come standard with central air. So it's a heat pump outside, furnace inside of the home, and it will be a ducted kind of heating and cooling system. So that's already part of our base price, and we put all of our vents up in the ceiling. So yeah, so let's kind of get out of the kitchen area, and I think let's head down the hall. So as you can see a little bit better, this front door is the farmhouse style front door. It is a painted door. There are some options for what we call a craftsman style door. That's going to be a stainable, but with the farmhouse, it is a paintable door. And then you can also see the handles, they're knobs. So knobs are going to be, or the round kind of handle is going to be standard with Adair Homes, but we do have levers as options. And then this is a good example of our trim. So this is an upgraded trim. It's the middle version, and we call it Craftsman. So it kind of goes well with the theme of everything else. but they did the Craftsman trim upgrade around the baseboard and doors. And kind of, and then this will be your thermostat for that HVAC system, your doorbell chime. Obviously, doorbells are still around, so that will be there. And then let's kind of go in here. And this is one of the fixtures that also kind of changed. These are kind of flush mount lights. It's just a little bit different than what's here, but also like what Justin was saying, there are some other versions that we have, some black, some really kind of cool farmhouse versions, or you can do more of those kind of can light looking lights as well. Right here is going to be the utility room, or I'm sorry, the closet. So actually, let's pull up. So this is the plan that they did. And as we kind of go through, it is a closet for the furnace. So this is where we're housing the air handler for the HVAC system. So as we kind of go down the hallway, you'll have that kind of nice and close, so you don't have to see it. And then we'll have the bathroom. And then really down the hall is going to be where the wash and dryer hookups will be, the bathrooms. And then and while I'm here, what we're about to see is a couple modifications that they did to this plan. So we already talked about the great room kind of being bumped out. But what this homeowner also did is that they chose to enlarge this primary suite section. Normally, this wall or this room would end and it'd be flush with the kitchen great room. Let's see if I have it here. So it would look just like this standard. And so it'd just be nice and flush. So what this homeowner did is that they decided that they wanted a little bit bigger primary suite, a little bit bigger primary bathroom so they can have 2 sinks. So we'll see that here in a minute, but that was actually a modification that was really important to them. So we were able to kind of modify the home to make that happen. So let's get back into that video. Oops. If I can find it. Here we go. So yeah, so there's going to be the furnace closet. And then we're about to get into the first bedroom. So these are the 2 bedrooms at the front of the house. They kept the standard door style, which is a 6-panel interior door. There's probably 10 or 15 upgrades. So it's a little bit of more of a cozy room. Again, no trim over this window, but it is a nice big window, which is very nice to have in this room. They did standard carpet. That was something that they just wanted to pick. For now, I think they might be upgrading maybe 5-6 years. They have little kids. So they're going to let that kind of play its life, and then they're going to be doing that. But they did do the upgraded carpet pad. So that's a 8-pound carpet pad. Our standard is 6. So it definitely kind of makes it feel a lot nicer. We'll kind of go right into this first bathroom.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Can I interrupt you for a quick second? We had a couple of people join us in the middle, so I just wanted to use that as an opportunity to remind everyone that we do have that Q&A feature down there at the bottom. So if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to fire away. The chat feature has been disabled, so you'd want to use the Q&A feature there that's right next to it.
Awesome. Yes. More questions, the better. All right, so so this is the kind of guest bathroom, and so what we're looking at here is behind this shower curtain. I'll go back to this. Is a tub shower. Does this pop up okay on your screen, Justin?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So we're right now in the bath number 2, and so it's a tub shower combo. So that's going to be what's standard in actually all of our bathrooms. When a tub shower combo is required. And so that's what it would look like. And then that's what's behind the curtain. Right here, they also upgraded the countertops in this bathroom. And so when you do that, normally it's an undermount oval sink, but they opted to do a rectangle sink. So they kind of just made it a little bit more unique to what they're looking for. This lighting fixture has changed, so that's not quite what it looks like, but this is where we place our lights standard around our vanities. So we'll kind of get out of here. I think we'll go into the next bedroom. And again, that's where they're, I don't think we open that, but here's the next bedroom up front. Again, very similar to the first bedroom. You got your kind of bypass doors for your closet. And then right here is going to be where the washer and dryer hookups would be. So they have bifold doors, they'll open up. We do not do washer and dryers, but all the hookups are there. We do assume electric. Here in Washington State, they're definitely pushing a lot more electric appliances. But if there's some unique scenarios where gas is going to be allowed, absolutely we can set up for natural gas or liquid propane. So those would be options if you need them. But right there's going to be where the washer and dryer would be. All right, so as we head into the primary suite, again, this is the enlarged primary suite where they added basically 5 feet to the back of the house or back of this room specifically. And you can see that they're planning on putting their TV up here on the wall. So if there's certain sizes that you need us to put it at or heights, we can absolutely do that for you. Kind of come in here and see that primary suite bathroom upgrade. So again, this particular plan does not have this length of vanities. So they did with the modification of bumping out, we were able to add in 2 sinks, which was really nice for them. Let me go back to the original plan. So again, normally there's just 1 sink sitting there, but we were able to bump out the back room and add this really nice enlarged vanity. All right, so this here again, I mentioned it earlier, chrome was something that we offered. We no longer offering chrome, so it would be a brushed nickel is going to be the standard color that we use, and there's some other upgrade options, so just kind of partner with any HOC if there's some other colors that you're interested in. But this is just a shower that they opted to do because they already had the tub shower in the other bathroom, so they were fine just keeping this a shower. Again, here's that standard backsplash. It's a subway tile. They just like the other bathroom, they decided to do the rectangle undermount versus when you do the granite or quartz upgrade, they will come with the oval undermount. Still no trim on the windows here. Again, you can add trim if you're interested in doing that. And then this style lighting has changed as well. So we're going to kind of swing around to the walk-in closet. So right here is going to be the walk-in closet. Adair Homes, we do a wood shelf with a wood pole. So we don't do the wired options. So it's really sturdy wood material, which is really great. It can kind of hold quite a bit. And then what's also neat is that it's more for maintenance, or if you just need to get into your attic, there's going to be access there. And I think the crawl space access is right on the floor there. So we'll kind of come out of here. And I think we just kind of walked through, so I'm just going to skip through a little bit of this portion, kind of see this nice great room again. And then this door here is leading out to the garage. So that's what this door is doing. And then I think we do a little bit of a shot of the back of the house here, if it doesn't freak out on me. Let me see if we can just get back there. No, maybe not. Oh, there it goes. So there's the back of the house. Not quite sure what's going on with that, but it's leaning up. But there's going to be the heat pump for the forced air AC. And they chose the charcoal gray roofing. There are going to be a few different options. I think even on here, so there's a brown option, but there's actually a really kind of a dual black option if you're wanting to do that. They just chose the charcoal gray option there. All right. So that's going to be a little bit of the walkthrough of the Douglas with a few modifications. Again, the primary suite got modified. They bumped out the great room, kind of dining room area, and then a few upgrades. All right. And then this exterior here is something that's coming very soon. It's going to be the Riata collection. So we don't show it quite yet, but it is something that is coming soon to kind of my build area, where we are going to be starting to do the more modern version of the Douglas plan. It's just quite hasn't launched, but we're going to be doing a bunch more modern options. So that's really neat. So look forward to that. All right, Justin, any questions that we've had so far?
Yeah, no, we had one question there that I went ahead and already addressed, was around what size homes that we build. But yeah, we typically build a very wide range size of home, generally 900 to about 4,000 square feet. But even if it was a little bit outside those parameters, we could at least talk about it. So we're pretty confident we can build what you're looking for. As far as next steps, everyone's is oftentimes at a different phase of this process. But if you're in a step where you're just wanting to get some more information, I would highly encourage you just to go to our website and find your local build branch. We'd be more than happy to meet with you in person and go over the details. There's only so much we can cover here in a video like this, and there's always so much more. So by all means, feel free to reach out. There's actually a little chat feature on our website that allows you to book an appointment with one of our online sales consultants. Chris, awesome, right on cue. That's great. So that's the feature that you'd want to use, and we'd be able to set something up, and we'd be able to meet at your convenience.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. And so there's 47 plans that we already have pre-priced, and it's all on the website. So that's a great question to see if there's other sizes. But then to Justin's point, we actually can really build any size that you're looking for, or that is allowed on the lot. So obviously there's going to be some parameters on the lot. Sizing, there's a lot that goes into it. So it's absolutely, to Justin's point, but really the next step is to kind of reach out to a local branch and set up a meeting to kind of just go over some of those details. And what's kind of cool is on our website, right here, there's a little option to kind of figure out, well, what are maybe my local branch? Again, you can just reach out to Adair, but if you kind of click, say, Washington, you can kind of pick and choose like what area you're in, and then you can actually get a little bit more detailed, and you can start finding out and maybe the exact location. But yeah, if you have any questions, the live chat is always great. They will answer anything that you have and direct you to the right branch. Okay, and then any other questions that have popped in?
Yeah, we actually have had a couple here pop in here. So I'll go ahead and address these. So the first question is, what kind of flooring options do we offer? And Chris, I can jump into that. So we use Shaw Flooring is our trade partner or our vendor that offers our flooring. So just about everything you're probably familiar with. So we offer carpet, there's vinyl flooring, there's laminate flooring. We also have a product called luxury vinyl plank, which we absolutely love. It's very durable, it's waterproof. And then we also offer engineered hardwood flooring too as well, in lots of different colors. We do have a showroom in every one of our locations that you'd be able to go through that entire lineup and pick what's best for you. Great question. All right, so we got another question here from Linda. Is can we bring our plan to you, or does Adair need to develop the customer plan? So yeah, Chris, you want to touch on that as far as our custom home process versus our standard process?
Yeah, and that's a great question. We have homeowners that want to bring their own plans to us all the time, or maybe they've seen something where they can purchase a plan. So yes, so the short answer, we can absolutely go down what we call a custom home path, where we would review your plans. First, we got to make sure we're a good fit for those plans. So we'll review it, look at it, and say, yep, we think we can build it for maybe a certain price per square foot, and kind of really educate before there's more commitment. But ultimately, we would sit down. If we are a good fit, we would get you your plans. We'll price it out to the T. And then really at that point, it's almost like selecting one of our 47 plans. We just kind of now have the design and the pricing for you. And then if we need to make a little bit of extra tweaks, we absolutely can. But yes, to the answer, we absolutely will do plans that you bring to us, or maybe you just have a little napkin and a square and you have a good idea. Well, we sit down with our drafting team and our purchasing team, and we really kind of help create that vision for you in that meeting. So if you're not quite sure how certain things work, we have the expertise to really bring it to life.
Excellent.
Okay, if that's all the questions we have, great. If there's any other questions, please use our website, reach out to our online sales team. They're always available to help you out. They get back to you, I think, pretty quickly, if not within about 24 hours at the max. But I think they're a lot quicker at getting back to you. And then they'll direct you to the right branch if there's a question that needs a little bit more details. But with that, I appreciate you all visiting with us today. Justin, thank you for helping me out, and we will talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.